How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new series on the channel. This series is very similar to our game showcase series, but now instead of playing random games, we're actually going to be giving them a score and reviewing how good the game is. I have chosen some categories, I think 10 categories out of a 1 out of 10 rating system, if that made any sense. And yeah, this system should tell us how good a game is. But yeah, this could be totally wrong as well, because it's very arbitrary, the questions. They're meant to be working for multiple games. And if a game get a high enough rating, I say anything between a 9 and higher, I'll give it the seal of approval. But don't get upset if your game don't get a 10 out of 10. I don't think most games are going to get a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's any game will get a 10 out of 10 with this listing. But yeah, instead of me just babbling on, let's actually start it. The first category is the value for money. Is it worth actually how much it's cost? I've rated this one a 8.5. It's not too much of an expensive game. Or did I say what game we're doing? We're doing the Binding of Isaac as well in this game series. Oh yeah, I might mess it up. But yeah, we'll be doing the Binding of Isaac. You might see that by the background. But yeah, I rated it 8.5. It's not too much of an inexpensive game. It's only like 14 quid for the full version of it. But there is DLC included. So that's why I've rated it down to like an 8.5. But even so, I think with the DLC it's still only like 30 quid. Anywhere between 30 and 35 quid. So yeah, definitely not too inexpensive, but yeah, still quite expensive, especially for a indie title. So yeah, this has been rated at 8.5. Next category will be gameplay. This is how the game actually feels. Is it easy to use? Anyone can really play it, pick it up, kind of thing. I rated this one a 9.5, just because how simple the controls are. You can't really get confused. And then give it a 10 out of 10 because yeah, it ain't got much of a tutorial, plus the game can be tricky for the for people first time playing, so I'm not going to rate it too highly. A lot of people give up before even giving the game a chance, so yeah, that's why that one's not a 10 out of 10. Story, I'm going to rate it a 8.5. It has got an interesting story, but, and this is a big but, it's very, it's like puzzling in a way. You've got to try and figure it out yourself, if that makes sense. That'll give you a starting cutscene where it always gives you when you level up the game, and then when you beat one of the floors or levels or worlds, it'll give you a clip of the story. But like I said, the story is not really written out very well, and unless you understand what the clips are trying to say, you can miss it entirely. Sorry guys, I am just woken up not too long ago, so I might sound a bit tired, but it's all good. So yeah, this was rated a 8.5. Next category will be graphics. This one I couldn't rate high at all. I've only rated it an 8, and only really got an 8 just because the graphics are very stylized, and you can take away the pixelated versions of it and change it out for some smoother drawing looking esque. But yeah, I couldn't rate this too high just because it's not really going to test your graphic card, and you're not going to be like, oh my god, this is so beautiful or something like that. So yeah, this one was rated an 8. Next category will be replayability. This game has a bit of an advantage because all you do is keep replaying it each time you die, and that's how you beat the level, and that's how you get more characters and all that unlocking stuff. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 just because this is probably the most replayable game you can get out there. I don't think there's many more like it. So yeah, that's been given a highest rating. So we're just going to move on to the next category, what is music and sound. I have rated this a 9. This is very, very opinion based, just because of music. People like saying music and all that stuff. So some people might not like this kind of music, but I do enjoy the track of Isaac. It worked very well for the game. Plus the sound design did quite well as well. It's just not as rated as high because some sounds can be maybe considered as gross, and some people might not like this style of music. Now we'll be moving on to... oh yeah, I rated that at 9 as well, I don't know if I said. We're going to be moving on to platform availability, which just means what is it actually available on. This one I've rated it quite highly just because I think it's pretty much on everything at this point. Yeah, so I rated it a 10, and yeah, this game's pretty much available on like Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, Wii U. I think maybe even on like the PS3. I don't know what era it came out. It definitely is on Windows and the next. So yeah, the next one will be recommended score. This is the score what I would recommend myself. I've been playing this game for many years, and I've put plenty of hours inside of it. So I was gonna rate this game a 9.5, but yeah, this scoring is, well, this part of the scoring is very biased. But I did include it just because I didn't want to be like a beautiful game and all that be rated higher, so I wanted to give it away so I can actually rate it down a little bit myself. So yeah, this game I'll get rated at 9.5. Well, in overall, so I would have gave it a 10 out of 10, but again, I wouldn't recommend it just because of certain things, like maybe the grossness of the game and the also religious beliefs. Even though I'm not very religious and I still enjoy the game and I enjoy the story, but yeah, we'll just keep it at that. Game length, I've rated it a 8.5. Oh wait, no, I rated it at 9. Because yeah, the game can be quite long if you put the time into it, but not many people do put the time into it because obviously it's really hard to get when you first start. And that's not because the game is hard to play, just because the game is actually a very difficult game. You need a bit of strategy, you need a bit of timing, you need to have a lot of focus as well. So yeah, I've rated it, but you can play this game for hours and hours and hours. I think I put over a couple, maybe 1,000 hours or so into this game. So yeah, you can definitely play it, and I ain't fully completed it yet. I've completed the main game, but I'm also trying to complete the DLCs. If you got the DLC, that obviously makes it a lot longer as well, so that's quite good. Then next category, and the last category, is complexity. Like, are you going to be able to pick this game up and play it in any stage of a gamer's life? I've rated this one a 8.5, just because of the stuff I was saying in the previous section. Just because the game is not the easiest to start playing. First of all, just because it is a very hard game and you will have to get used to it, and there's a lot of grinding and a lot of things you're not gonna know, and it's not gonna really explain to you very well, so that don't really help too much. But like I said, because of the controls and how easy the gameplay is, it does rate it up quite higher. So yeah, giving that one a 8.5. And yeah, that's all the scoring categories done now, I believe. And we just move on to the total score, what will be a 9 out of 10. So yeah, quite a highly rated game. Like I said, anything above a 9 I'm going to give it my seal of approval. So hopefully I'll put something like a graphic on the screen or something, but I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. And yeah, like I said, would recommend buying this game. Quite highly rated. I'll be doing more reviews in the future. This is my first one, so this is a bit strange for me. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully it gives you a bit more of insight in what games you should be buying out there. But yeah, this is also the end of the episode. So thank you all for watching. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Good.